School, the home of the Lions, and the Lady Lions are at home to take on the Lady Eagles of Woodsboro. I'm Joe Bowling with you, Rudy Zamaripa Jr. on the camera, and we have had a lot of travels to get to this facility here for tonight's action as we start it with volleyball. Immediately following this, we'll uproot and head out to the stadium for the Skidmore-Tynan and Kenedy football game. But first, some volleyball action here tonight. Best of 5. Each game to 25, win by 2. And they're having some final instructions by the officials at the net. Woodsboro in town. The Lady Eagles taking on the Lions of Kenedy. Those watching on our social media, if you're watching on our YouTube, please subscribe to the channel so you can get notifications when new games are coming on. If you're watching on our Facebook, please share the link to let other fans know these games are going on as well. We've had some hitting practice for the two teams. We've had some warm-ups earlier for the Lions, and the Eagles now will have their warm-ups. I'll take a break. When I come back, I'll run down the broadcast for you. It's a busy schedule here tonight on Rio Sports Live. We'll be back with more after this. TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Back here at our pregame show as we continue with our volleyball coverage here on a Friday night. We are at Kenedy High School, our inaugural broadcast here for Kenedy Sports. And fans, again, we do appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be. Kenedy High School, just one of the many schools that have signed on to have us assist them in broadcasting games to bring them to the fans out there. Multiple schools in the Coastal Bend, multiple schools in the RGV, and schools continue to sign on as we expand the coverage. The most difficult task in this is trying to absorb the schedules as they are ever-changing. And with volleyball playing on the same night as Friday Night Football, it again extends our efforts with crews and equipment. So apologize up front to any fans who may be watching for other games tonight. We're trying to get that all in place. But again, normally we would need schedules well in advance. But these schedules are changing sometimes on the hour, much less by the day. Certainly a week's notice is nice. A month's notice is unheard of in these times right now. Woodsboro, we've covered the Lady Eagles a couple of times already this season, and this will be our first look at the Lady Lions of Kenedy. We're out here taking in their practice yesterday as we were testing our system. And Coach was telling us it's going to be a rebuilding type of year. She's got a squad that she's looking for some chemistry. And they'll be tested here tonight by Woodsboro. Some of the games we've covered, we've seen that Woodsboro at times can get really in sync and take it to another level. And we'll see which version of that team shows up here tonight. Fans, we've got high school football tonight. We've got the Lions of Kenedy here at home taking on Skidmore-Tynan. Also down the road in George West, it's the Refugio Lions, or check that, Refugio Bobcats taking on the at George West. Further down the road at Orange Grove, the Odom football team will be in town to take on Orange Grove. Ingleside at home taking on Toloso Midway tonight. Taft is at home taking on West Oso. And then our final broadcast tonight in high school football is going to be a crew at Falfurrias as they'll have their final preseason scrimmage before their season opener at home next Friday night against Toloso Midway. Miller was scheduled to be taking on Rockport Fulton tonight. We had that one set as a broadcast game, but that was postponed. They pushed that back to the 18th. But those two teams will still be able to play. It just so happened that they postponed it, but both teams had a bye week, and so they were capable of putting that together on the 18th. We've got another volleyball game going on as I speak, and that's at London. Port Lavaca taking on London. Mark Molina has the call on that one. Take a break as we continue up with our pregame show here at Kenedy. Woodsboro in town, and we'll be back with more. I'm Joe Bowling. This is Rio Sports Live.
The kids are headed back to school, and this year, more than ever, they'll need internet they can rely on from VTX1 companies. Internet that makes the grade is vital to connect students at home with teachers and professors alike. Our friendly staff is standing by to give you any help you may need. For a limited time only, get free installation from a company headquartered in the Rio Grande Valley. Call VTX1 at 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito. Back here on Rio Sports Live as we are winding down the final warm-ups for the Woodsboro Lady Eagles. Lady Lions of Kenedy have already had their warm-ups, and we are set to go with this one for the opening serve. Our broadcast, again, made possible by our advertisers that you see on board. Rio Sports does not charge schools to broadcast games. They do not charge fans to watch the games ever, ever, ever. And therefore, it all revolves back to the advertisers that you see on the screen. And yes, we are active right now looking for advertisers/sponsors that can assist us in the expansion that we're pulling off for this 2020 school year. So if you're interested, please, if you will, when I run the ad on the split screen, you'll see a number at the bottom, or email us at riosportslive@gmail.com. We are indeed in need of sponsors and advertisers. I'm in a position of needing and willing and capable of hiring more than 100 individuals to assist us in covering the sports this year. And in the day and time in which a lot of businesses are struggling and to stay open, much less grow, we're in position to put a lot of people to work right here. And without charging any other way, the advertising and the sponsorship assist us in a big deal. That does it for my commercials. We'll take a break. We'll see some of those ads right now. These sponsors are the reason why we're doing what we do to promote these athletes. This is Real Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito. Back here on our pregame show as the Lions of Kenedy are out taking their hitting practice. Joe Bowling with you once again, thanking you for joining us on the broadcast. If you're out and about and watching us on social media on our Facebook, please share the link. It really does assist other fans who may not know these games are going on. And always we encourage fans to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Gives you a perfect opportunity in which to get notifications when we go live. We broadcast normally on the platforms of Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, all with live video. We also have Roku television and Apple TV normally in place to handle our biggest games of the night live, and then with replays 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with the expanded coverage of coaches' interviews, players' interviews, feature stories, and more on those Roku and Apple TV stations. You obtain those by going and searching for the VTX1 app. Download the VTX1 app on your Roku device and then click it on and you'll see Real Sports Live. Also on Apple TV, same thing through the VTX1 app. You'll find us on Apple TV. Both of those platforms were scheduled to get back up this afternoon. That didn't happen. So we're in hopes that we pull that off in the very near future for Roku and Apple TV. So YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter Live with video for tonight's broadcast for you to enjoy. Take another break. When we get back, again, we'll run down our football schedule. I know we got a lot of fans out there wondering what games we'll be at. And I was looking at it yesterday. In 2 weeks from tonight, when we expand out, we'll have as many as 27 football games on at the same time, plus volleyball action for fans. And that's when the expansion truly takes place for Real Sports Live. Tonight we're in Kenedy, our first trip here, home of the Lions, Woodsboro in town. Back with more after this. TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
The kids are headed back to school, and this year, more than ever, they'll need internet they can rely on from VTX1 companies. Internet that makes the grade is vital to connect students at home with teachers and professors alike. Our friendly staff is standing by to give you any help you may need. For a limited time only, get free installation from a company headquartered in the Rio Grande Valley. Call VTX1 at 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as the two teams have concluded with their warm-ups, and now they're making their way over to the sidelines. I'll take my final break. Rudy Zamaripa will be on the camera when I return. Kenedy takes on Woodsboro. This is Rio Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this
Thank you very much for your cooperation. Good luck to both teams. Please stand for the national anthem.
And after the playing of the national anthem, we'll be right back with the first serve.
Office of Economic Development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them.
Back here on Rio Sports Live, and we are ready to go with the first serve tonight between Woodsboro and Kennedy's Lions. This is game one of a best-of-5 series. Each of the first 4 games will go to 25, all win by 2. And then if we get to game 5, that'll be a race to 15, win by 2. Back at the service line for Woodsboro to start this all off is Haley Allen. Allen, a right-handed server. A sophomore on this squad, and is ready to go with the first serve of the night. Sails across. Good return by the Lions right up near the net. A high set off the net, spiked over by Ashlyn Serrano. Back on the Eagle side. Ball blocked right back at you. Point for Kenedy on a block by Shaina Molina. Now they'll call that a point for the Eagles. So back across we come. Eagles on the attack quickly on the defense. Now the Lions set it up on the offensive end. Another spike across Serrano. Nice dig that time by the Woodsboro Eagles. Spike by Kenzie Scott over. Lions there to recover defensively. Set it up again for Serrano. Gets it over on the Eagles side. Free ball coming up for the Lions to work with. Saw them working on this yesterday. High pass over near the net, just off the mark. And a point scored by the Eagles. Woodsboro goes up 2-0. Next serve by Woodsboro. In the net it goes. Point scored by the Lions, and Kenedy now gains the serve. Substituting into the ball game quickly is their libero. That's Anna Segovia. Segovia is ready to go with her first serve of the night for the Lions, trying to tie it up here in game one. Short serve, that's an ace. Ties it up at 2 apiece. Segovia will serve again. Short serve again, this time covered by the Eagles nicely. Woodsboro sets it up for Alexis James. In the net it goes. Point scored, and the Lions of Kenedy take the lead at 3-2. Segovia to serve again. With another jump serve. Gets it across right down the middle. Eagles get it over with a punch by the setter. Haley Allen catches him off guard and ties the game at 3 apiece. Reminding you, football fans, we'll be making the trip right out to the stadium right behind the gym here for the opener for Kennedy's Lion football game. Lions volleyball team here in action, all tied up at 3 apiece. Back row attack that time by Alexis James. Played. Lions set it up on the net. Tipped over. Pass by the Eagles. Second hit over. Right back at you. They'll set it up again. Looking in the direction of Serrano again. Eagles are there to recover it. Allen with the hit over. Played by the Lions. Free ball for Woodsboro to work with. Carries out of bounds. Points scored for Woodsboro. They go up 4-3. Back to serve for the Lady Eagles. Alexis James. Overhead serve with some top spin. And it carries out of bounds on the return. Point for the Eagles. Woodsboro goes up 5-3. That one carries out of bounds. Okay, this is the Leopards. Thank you, Gunnar Cantu, for the quick heads up. Leopards of Kenedy.
Ball, ladies.
It'll be the Lions tonight when we're out on the football field. for the Leopards. And to serve, Caden Llewellyn. Llewellyn with a jump serve. That's in for an ace point score. Lions tie the game at 5 apiece. We saw these girls working on their serves yesterday as well. They had an intense practice in preparation for this Woodsboro squad. Next serve coming up by Llewellyn. Is on the way. Another line drive serve, and that's covered by the Eagles. Challenge at the net. Ball still alive. Another challenge, and in the net called against the Leopards. Point scored for Woodsboro. They regain the lead. 6-5 ball game. Back to serve for Woodsboro. Stands Maddie Neiman. Neiman is ready to go. Service there. Point to the Leopards. Tie game at 6 apiece. Ashlyn Serrano back to serve. Serrano will use a right hand to serve it up. Eagles are there to cover it. Set up Kenzie Scott. Back row carries out of bounds. Leopards score and take the lead at 7-6. Jump serve again. Serving so far has been real nice by the Leopards. Eagles return the serve. Lions dig that out, but under the net they go. And a point score to Woodsboro. And we're tied again. Fans, if you're watching on the social media, give us a shout out where you're watching the games from. It's always neat to see the reach, how far away fans are watching these games. Here on Rio Sports, as we broadcast tonight from Kenedy. Woodsboro Eagles up near the net. Get it over. Leopards go on the attack. Back set to the center. Hit over by Vanessa Garcia, but that won't clear it. And the Eagles of Woodsboro back on top at 8-7 here in game 1. Kenzie Scott back to serve. Can't clear the net. Service error. Point to the Leopards, and we're tied at 8 apiece. Substitution in the game for Kenedy. Shayna Molina into the game on the front row. Meanwhile, back to serve is Vanessa Garcia. Knuckleballs it over. Eagles race to keep it alive. Over on the Leopard side, points scored from the back row for the Eagles, and they go up 9-8. Serving, Aaron Nelson. That's an ace. Eagles go up 10-8. Again, share the link where you're watching the games from, and I'll give a shout out back in your direction. Find out where the fans are watching from. It's always neat to see that. Substitution off the bench after that point scored by the Eagles is defensively. Kenedy will bring in Chloe Hernandez. Send a shout out to Fernando Meza watching in Lyford. Thanks for tuning in. Next serve is across. Leopards on the return. Good set, left side. And it's down and in on a kill by Molina. Take a look at this kill on the return after the serve. You'll see Molina, that's a good pass, and the set was terrific, and then Molina puts it down. 11-9 game, Leopards serve it up again. All over on the Kenedy side. The setter is Jacqueline Ochoa. Sets up Molina again, point scored. For the Leopards, it's a 1-point game. Back to serve again is Brianna Ochoa. Looking for the tie. Great return to serve. Leopards going on the attack. Set it up, and Ochoa becomes a hitter. Point scored for the Eagles. There's communication there on anytime you turn. Well, now they'll call an infraction against the Eagles and call that out, and we are tied at 11 apiece. Brianna Ochoa to serve again. Meanwhile, there is a conversation that'll be had with the judge at the top of the net. And they'll be talking things over there in this 11-11 game. Fans, again, share the link out there on our social media. Let other fans know these games are going on, if you will. Always neat to see where they're tuning in from. Ochoa serves it up. Deep serve, but before she served that up before the whistle blows. And so then they'll bring it back. And then there's a discussion by the official to let them know that was a tip. We positioned our mic right there at the bench. We should have that on the other side of the net because we're catching every word she's saying up there on the chair. So we'll change that between games. It is should be an 11-11 game is what I've got. Now they did go 12-10. Woodsboro gets a point. Service there, 12-11. Football game starts at 7:30, so we'll be eyeing how fast we can get out of the gym and over to the stadium once this concludes. We'll have our work cut out for us to get set up for that one. That serve goes out of bounds. Lady Eagles go up 13-11. Back to serve for Woodsboro is Aaron Nelson. High arcer this time and returned up near the net. Eagles watches that one, carries out of bounds on the sideline, and Woodsboro goes up by 3 at 14-11. Back to serve again is Nelson. Nelson's ready. Deeper serve, gets over. Played by the the Leopards, they'll get it over. Eagles set it up. Scott with the hit in the net called though, and a point scored for the Leopards of Kenedy. 2-point ball game at 14-12. Our broadcasts come your way with the play-by-play as well, and it's unbiased play-by-play, so that any fan from any team can watch with the luxury that their athletes will be promoted equally by our broadcasters. I go to great lengths to make sure that we put people in place that understand that fully. Right down the middle on a kill, and that's down for a point on a kill by Alexis James, and the Eagles of Woodsboro go up 3. Back to serve again. It is James. Ball up near the net, still in play. Woodsboro on the return, near the net again. Back and forth we go from the back row for Woodsboro. Looking to set it up for a back row kill. Back row back there to play it for the Leopards of Kenedy. Longest rally of the night right here. Good play again as Woodsboro mounts the attack right side off the block. Dug again by Kenedy. Ball at the net, in the net. Point scored by the home team of the Leopards. 2-point game. We were here yesterday, and we do appreciate all the work done by the school here to assist us in getting in position to broadcast this game. IT guys were working with us extensively yesterday and today for both here in the gym and out at the football field. We send a shout out in the direction of all the schools that have been working with us in preparation of getting these games to fans who in some cases aren't allowed in gyms. Back row there, that carries out of bounds. Leopards score. Now have a chance to tie this one up. Llewellyn ready to serve again. Caden Llewellyn with a jump serve, gets it across down the sideline, and that one carries out of bounds. So Kenedy continues to be right on the verge of catching up, but Woodsboro seems to maintain control of the lead here in this action. Serving now is Maddie Neiman. Short serve played by the Leopards of Kenedy. Back set this time. This is Farias. Kate Farias in the net, called on the Eagles of Woodsboro. Points scored by the Leopards, and yet again they have a chance to tie this game up. Back to serve, Ashlyn Serrano. With a jump serve, Serrano gets it across with some pace, return right back at you. Now at the net, punch back over on the Leopard side. Kenedy goes on the attack, recovers, get it over on the Woodsboro side. They'll try to set up for Scott, hits it, and scores the point. Point scored by Woodsboro on the kill by Kenzie Scott. Lady Eagles back up by 2. Scott puts this one away to close out that play. Our replays will be sponsored one of these days. 2-point game. Leopards on the return of serve. Get it over on the Woodsboro side. Pass from the back row, still back there. They'll just ease it over. Chance for the Leopards to go on the attack. The set by Ochoa. In the middle, hit by Garcia. Played by the Eagles. Ball back there, and defensively, Chloe Hernandez is patrolling that back row well for the Leopards this rotation through. Scott again tries the back corner. Back there to cover that is Segovia. Help came on the defensive end. Woodsboro now back looking to set something up. Chance for the Leopards now on the attack. Off the net though. Free ball coming up to work with. In the net it goes. Woodsboro scores. Back to a 3-point lead for the Lady Eagles. Kenzie Scott ready to serve again. Short serve, ace. Kenzie Scott gives Woodsboro a 4-point lead. Next one coming up for Kenzie Scott. Leopards on the return will get it across there. Ball on the Woodsboro side. Trying to find Haley Allen. Ball back on the Leopards side. Set up for Farias. Puts it on the back row. That's in for the point for the Leopards of Kenedy.
Good job.
Let's see this. After the Scott kill, we'll go back to our next play on the next replay. Back to serve is Vanessa Garcia. Garcia gets it over. Woodsboro on a high set, looking again for Haley Allen. Back there to cover that hit is Hernandez again for the Leopards of Kenedy. Woodsboro looking. Scott becomes a setter. Sets it in the middle for Kira Meacham there, and that's it in the back corner for a point for Woodsboro. Scott transitioned nicely into the setter, and Meacham, the freshman on the front row, able to put that kill down. The Lady Eagles, Leopards of Kenedy on the attack. Can't score there. Woodsboro goes up 5 at 21-16 here in game number 1. Timeout on the floor. Kenedy will talk. Woodsboro, the visitors, with the lead. Back right after this.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business.
Back here in Kenedy, Texas on a Friday night. We get set for the next serve by the Woodsboro Lady Eagles. Knuckleball over on the Kenedy side. Leopards will get that in the net though, and a point scored by Woodsboro, and they go up 6. Next serve by Woodsboro. In the net, point scored by the Leopards. Right here is where if you're the Leopards, you want to take control. You're down by 5. Most important part here is you don't want to allow the Woodsboro to get to that 23, then 24. Or just anything can win the game. If you're going to make a comeback, it's right here. And your opponent's at that 22. Good recovery there. That's off the block. Ball back across. That's a point scored for Kenedy. 4 down. Again, you almost have to get back to 21 or even 22 right here And now if you're Kenedy, Ochoa to serve again. First and foremost, got to keep the serves in. Does so. Woodsboro on the return. Off the net. James gets it over. Leopards setting it up this time for Hernandez. Gets that over. Woodsboro. Scott back set right side. In the net it goes. Another point scored by Kenedy at a 3-point game. 22-19 as Brianna Ochoa steps back to the service line. Ochoa puts that right on the money, serves up an ace, 22-20 game. Ochoa doing her part on this rotation through. Back serving for Kenedy. 2-point game, ready to go with the next one. Another line drive serve. Woodsboro gets it back across, but that carries out of bounds. 1-point game. 22-21. Timeout on the floor. Woodsboro, we're talking over. That 5-point lead is down to 1. Home team has some momentum after this. When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items. Back here on Rio Sports Live and serving for Kenedy, Brianna Ochoa. Another good serve. Woodsboro on the return of serve. Set it up in the middle. Haley Allen, that carries out of bounds, and we're tied at 22 apiece. So now the mission accomplished by the Kenedy Leopards, and now a chance to take the lead as Ochoa has certainly assisted in turning the tide of this game. Backspin on that serve. Set up again for James. Gets it over for the Eagles. Ball at the net. Back row there to play that. Serrano was there to help out. Free ball for Woodsboro. Good pass. Good set by Scott. James off the net. Scores the point. Woodsboro regains the lead at 23-22. Had just enough on that to carry through the net. Tanya Rodriguez into serve now for Woodsboro. Short serve. Leopards on the return. That's off the net. Free ball to work with for Woodsboro. Good chance here. Scott, second hit over. Catches him off guard. Scores the point. Woodsboro now one away from capturing game one here of this best of 5. Serving again is Tanya Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets it over. Ball up near the net. Punched over. Leopards of Kenedy. Set it up. Hit by Hernandez. Played by Woodsboro. Lady Eagles looking for the win. Alexis James. Played on the back row by Garcia. Vanessa Garcia back there for the Leopards. In the net it goes. Eagles of Woodsboro win game 1. 25-22, your final score. We'll be back with game 2 here on Rio Sports Live after this.
Vinyl records, that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
The kids are headed back to school, and this year, more than ever, they'll need internet they can rely on from VTX1 companies. Internet that makes the grade is vital to connect students at home with teachers and professors alike. Our friendly staff is standing by to give you any help you may need. For a limited time only, get free installation from a company headquartered in the Rio Grande Valley. Call VTX1 at 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Lady Eagles of Woodsboro able to capture the first game here tonight. As we head into game 2, the Kenedy Leopards will serve it up, and away we go. Jacqueline Ochoa in the net, points scored for the Eagles, and they go up 1-0. Limited crowd here. That's been the case throughout the fall thus far. And a great deal of effort by the school district to ensure that fans are checked before they come into the facility, and then they're also trying to keep families together, but at the same time keep social distancing. 3 consecutive points scored out by Woodsboro. Lady Eagles on top 3-0. Now here, if you're Kenedy, you had good momentum there and competing in game 1. After falling, the tendency is to let down a bit. And that can at times open up a big chance for momentum for the visitors. Up high to Kenzie Scott. Rockets that across. That carries out of bounds off the back row. Point scored by the Leopards of Kenedy. Makes it a 3-2 game. Woodsboro set it up in the middle. Hit over by Maddie Neiman. Kenedy with a high pass. Set over there by Serrano. Serrano hits it over and scores the point. Ties the game at 3 apiece. Serving is Anna Segovia. Segovia gets it over. Ball up at the net, spiked across, down it goes. Points scored by the Leopards. They take the lead at 4-3. Sometimes those return of serves can turn into just a gift wrap opportunity for the kill. Vanessa Garcia puts that over. Short serve. Ball back over. Another one on the kill. Count it for another point for Kenedy. See here, as you can see, when those return of serves are right on the money, it allows you to get those kills. Easy pickings if you set yourself into position. Segovia with a high arcing serve this time. Woodsboro on the return, set it up middle. Maddie Neiman puts it over, right back at you. Good recovery. Katrina Lopez with a pass, set it up this time for James. Block back at you. Points scored by the Leopards, and they go up 6-3. 3-point lead for Kenedy. Segovia to serve again. Jump serve is a good one. Woodsboro still on the back row with a second hit. Managed to get it up. Neiman puts it over. Leopards on the recovery. Free ball for Woodsboro. from the side. Rodriguez lets that drift, and out of bounds it goes. Point scored to Woodsboro. 6-4 game. Substitution off the bench for Woodsboro as Aaron Nelson will check in. Back to serve, Alexis James. Gets it over. Good pass for the Leopards. Allows this set for Garcia, puts it down, point scored. That all starts with a pass. And then the kill on the right side of your screen. Just watch the pass. When you get this, your setter has a lot of things to do as far as opportunities to work with. 7-4 game. Woodsboro on top. Llewellyn serves. Nearly an ace. Played back over on the Kenedy side. James gets to that one. Hit across by Kinsey Scott. High set off the net this time for Serrano. Hits it over, scores the point for the Leopards, and they go up 4. Next one coming up, a serve by Caden Llewellyn. Another jump serve. Doesn't carry the net. Point scored by Woodsboro. I see more and more activity as they're maneuvering equipment towards the football field. Reminding you fans, we'll be making the trip as well from the gym out to the field for coverage of the football game tonight here at Kenedy between Kenedy and Skidmore-Tynan. Big set that time. Kinsey Scott doesn't miss the chance with the kill. 2-point game. 8-6 ball game. Ball up across. Played by Woodsboro. Kinsey Scott again puts it down. Scores the point for the Woodsboro Eagles. That first one, if you're just joining us as we're in game 2, the first game did literally go back and forth between the two squads before Woodsboro captured the win. Maddie Neiman serves it up. Line drive, that's an ace, and we're tied at 8 apiece off the serve. Neiman on the serve, as you see on the replay on the right side. No return of that, my friends, for the ace. Looking for the lead now. Woodsboro with a serve. Kenedy trying to regain that serve. Free ball, though, for the Eagles to work with. Back corner, they'll pass that up. Second hit over. Covering that is Segova. But a point scored by the Eagles, and Woodsboro takes the lead. Just across the net, point scored for the Eagles. Ready to serve again is Maddie Neiman. Another point scored by the Eagles, and they're up 3. Timeout called. Kenedy trying to stop the momentum of the visiting Lady Eagles. Woodsboro on top. Game 2 continues after this.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community.
Back here from Kenedy. Woodsboro with a serve and the lead at 11-8 here in game 2. Leopards can't return the serve, and an easy point scored. Puts the Eagles up by 4. Next serve by Neiman. Short serve. Turned up high by Garcia. They'll set up Garcia in the middle. In the net it goes, though. Another point scored by the Eagles. And up by 5. 13-8 your score. Ball over on the Woodsboro side. Lady Eagles set it up. Kenzie Scott, that's in the net. Point scored by the Leopards. Back to serve is Ashlyn Serrano. Serrano is ready for Kennedy's. Leopards gets it over. Pass by Scott. They'll set it middle. Hit off the block. Point scored. Kill by Aaron Nelson for Woodsboro. They're up 14-9. Kenzie Scott ready to serve again. Line drive. That's an ace. 15-9 game. Eagles now taking control here, up 6 in game 2. Kenedy will substitute in as here comes Shayna Molina. Take a spot on the back row. Meanwhile, Scott serves up again. Short serve. Leopards can't return that. Another point off the serves of Kenzie Scott. 16-9 game. We've got football games tonight all over the place up here in the Coastal Bend and further reaches. Next week, volleyball on Tuesday. So we've expanded coverage of the volleyball squads to the point I've got more equipment coming in just so we can place it in various schools to cover the teams that are needing the coverage. Trying to train up crews as fast as I can as well on the broadcast side and camera operations. Got a young man shadowing us tonight who is currently attending a broadcast school, but it's all online, and so since he's home from the Dan Patrick School of Broadcasting, he's able to shadow us and follow us around, and he'll be here with us until at least January. And his aspirations are to be a broadcaster someday, and so we're going to be of assistance in helping him get the experience while he assists us in providing coverage of the athletes. Serving is Brianna Ochoa. Her serves were right on the money in game 1. Woodsboro able to return this one. Kenedy looking to set it up, nothing doing. Setter had to get around a player. In that case, Jacqueline Ochoa was trying to get in position for the set and couldn't quite get there. Tanya Rodriguez back to serve now for Woodsboro. Rodriguez serves it up. Ball up near the net, dug out of there, but nothing doing. Woodsboro gets to 21st here in game number 2 and leads 20-11. On the timeout, we'll be right back.
Sports in San Benito.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Back here on Real Sports Live, and welcome again to our coverage here at Kenedy tonight as the Leopards of Kenedy taking on the Woodsboro Lady Eagles. The Eagles continue to serve it up with the lead. Kenedy had Big spike across. That's across for a point. Woodsboro goes up 10. (22-11) game. Rodriguez serves. Back row hit, back in the back corner, played by Woodsboro. Free ball to work with for the Leopards. High set, spiked across, and the net it goes. Point scored by Woodsboro, and they go up 11. Just joining us, game one was a tightly contested ball game. It was very much in question until Woodsboro was able to capture the lead and get the win. Next serve by Woodsboro coming across. Short serve. And another point scored. Woodsboro now up 24-11. Next serve across. From the sidelines. Punched over. And another point scored. The Eagles capture game two, 25-11. We'll be back after this.
See the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and
Back here on Real Sports, and we are ready to go with Game 3 of this best of 5. Haley Allen to serve for the Woodsboro Lady Eagles. They won the first one 25-22 and then won the second one 25-11. They are getting set. For the next serve, I want to remind you again, we'll be making the jump from volleyball into football coverage on the fly here tonight. First serve for Woodsboro, Haley Allen. Short serve, played by the Leopards of Kenedy. They'll get it over. High set, Kenzie Scott tips it over the block. Covered nicely that time by Serrano. Point scored by Woodsboro as that one won't clear the net. Haley Allen to serve again. Gets it over. Good return, ball up at the net. Punch right back at you. Point scored by the Eagles, and they go up 2-0. 2-0 ball game as Allen is ready to serve again. It's got some pace on it. Returned nicely by Serrano. Free ball to work with. Scott the pass. First hit over. On the second one is Haley Allen. Takes advantage there and scores another point for Woodsboro. They go up 3-0. Woodsboro now in sync. After being challenged in the first game, they have found their rhythm. Another line drive serve. Leopards return it, but a free ball to work with. The pass is there, the high set middle. James puts it over. And another kill, despite the efforts of Jacqueline Ochoa. It's a 4-0 game. Woodsboro on top. Back to serve again. Haley Allen with another one that just clears the net. Second hit over. Good coverage on the back row defense. Tanya Rodriguez back there for Woodsboro. In the net it goes. Leopards score. Now if you're Kenedy, you got to find what you were successful with in game one and flip that switch. Anna Segovia will try to start it off at the service line. Her team down 3. Gets it over, played by Woodsboro. High set in the middle, hit across. Right back there, Segovia to play that as a libero. Ball back on the Woodsboro side. Setting it is Allen. Hitting it is Neiman. Ball back across, clears the baton. It's still a live ball. Just goes over the net, and a point scored by Woodsboro. (5-1) lead for the Lady Eagles. James to serve again. Segovia on the return, gets it all the way over on the Woodsboro side. Off the net this time. Allen puts it over. Segovia right there again. Ball back across, and a point scored for Kenedy. You can see back there the libero keeping that ball in play twice. Here's the second time. Keeping it alive, and then from the back row, shot falls in for the point. 5-2 game. Kenedy Leopards to serve. Allen gets it over. Back row, Alexis James for Woodsboro. High set in the middle, spiked over by Garcia, puts it down, point scored for Kenedy. Vanessa Garcia with the kill. Watch how Garcia is able to get behind this. Next serve over. Played by Woodsboro. Kenzie Scott, that's off the block. Stays on the Leopard side from the back row. Punching it over is Ochoa. And scores the point. 5-4. Momentum now on the home side. Leopards can serve for the tie. Caden Llewellyn ready to go again. Jump serve is good. Returned by Rodriguez. Set up for Nelson. Scores the point. Eagles back up by 2. 6-4 lead. Maddie Neiman back to the service line again for Woodsboro. Deep serve, ball up in the air, off the net, in the middle. Punched up by Scott. They'll back set it, punched over by Nelson. Leopards can't dig that one away, and a point scored by Woodsboro. 7-4 lead, Woodsboro on top. And they'll serve again. Good return by Segovia. Set on the right side this time. Serrano gets it over, out of bounds it goes. Woodsboro up by 4. Neiman to serve again. Got some pace behind that. Cross in the back corner. Point scored on a hit by Scott. 9-4 game. Watch how Kinsey Scott spots that back corner. Wide open. Next serve over. High center set. That's a good set. Good recovery on the kill attempt. Points scored for the Leopards. Vanessa Garcia, when she gets set like that, she can produce on that front row for the Leopards of Kenedy. Next serve by Ashlyn Serrano. A jump serve across, short serve. Ball at the net, still up for challenge, and won by Kenedy, as again it's Vanessa Garcia. And Garcia, you can see that when you stay active on these challenges, good things can happen. 9-6 game. Next serve by the Leopards. Up near the net, dug out, free ball to work with. And it's down for a point for Woodsboro. Scoring from that back row. 10-6 Lady Eagles. Substitution ready to check in the game for Kenedy as Ali K. Solis checks in the game. Serve across, set by Ochoa. Garcia puts it over. Dug back there by Neiman. Ball back on the Woodsboro side, good chance here. Kinsey Scott with a set in the middle. Hit over by Kira Meacham, and out of bounds it goes. Point scored by Kenedy and the Lady Leopards. Now off the front row, Vanessa Garcia steps back to serve. Good pass by the Lady Eagles. From the back row, Alexis James just gets it over the net and a point scored. They go up 11-7. Fans, again, share the link on our Facebook if you're watching these games. Help other fans know that these games are going on. We do appreciate you tuning in wherever you may be. Sharing the link is what really gets going with some activity. High set by the Leopards. That's in the net. Points scored by Woodsboro. They go up 12-7. It was here in game 2 that they pretty much took control. That one carries in the net. Points scored. Makes it a 12-8 game. Checking in to serve is Brianna Ochoa for Kenedy. Ochoa lets it go. Deep serve. Passed across the net. Chance here for the Leopards. In the net it goes, though. The serve had enough on it that on the return, and the pass carried it over. Normally that's a great opportunity to score a point. Missed chance there for the Leopards. Serving now for Woodsboro. Line drive serve by Tanya Rodriguez. Free ball to work with for Woodsboro. Scott with a high set. Neiman with the kill. Back there, that was Ochoa keeping it alive in the net. Just over the net. Point scored on a hit by Shayna Molina. 13-9 game. Jacqueline Ochoa to serve. Before that, a substitution will check in as Ashlyn Serrano checks in. That serve has some pace behind it. Returned nicely by Rodriguez. Scott sets it up for James. Leopards a recover, get it over on the Woodsboro side. High set this time, right at you, Neiman. Block back at you, point scored by the Kenedy Leopards. That's a 3-point game. Back to serve is Jacqueline Ochoa for Kenedy. Nearly an ace there. Woodsboro managed to keep that alive. Kenedy on the attack, set it up right side. Punched up nicely on a return by Rodriguez. Ball back on the Kenedy side. The setter becomes Serrano. Woodsboro, good chance here. Center set, 2 hits called. Points scored by the Leopards. It's a 2-point game. Ochoa to serve again. Right-handed server. Turned again by Tanya Rodriguez. They'll set Rodriguez. High set in the direction of Serrano. That carries out of bounds. She had an idea that back row was open. Carried with a little bit too much on that. Didn't get on top of it quite enough. 3-point lead. Substitution. Haley Allen checks in the game. Allen to serve for Woodsboro. Serves it up. Return by Serrano. And that won't clear the net. Point scored by Woodsboro. They're up 4. Kennedy's done a much better job of keeping them close. Woodsboro, that's a rocket serve. That's an ace as it carries all the way up here near the camera. Had enough pace on it. It carried it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows up in the bleachers. Just off the return of serve pass attempt. Another blistering serve. Ochoa dug that nicely. That one carries out of bounds, and Woodsboro now up 17-11. Back to serve is Haley Allen. Shorter serve this time. Took a lot off the pace. Kenedy recovered. Set up Serrano, and the net it goes, though. Another point by Woodsboro, and they're up 18-11. Timeout on the floor. Kenedy will talk it over. Woodsboro, they won the first 2. They lead game 3. Back after this.
Vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
TVNF. Back here on Real Sports Live. Woodsboro, Lady Eagles up 18-11. Kenedy trying to do something to get Haley Allen off that service line. Kenzie Scott puts another point down. Woodsboro goes up 19-11. That means Haley Allen will serve again. Deeper serve this time, right on the money with a pass. Nice set for Serrano, and the net it goes, though. Perfect pass by Vanessa Garcia back there on the back row. And Allen will serve again. He serves up another ace. Punched over by Kenedy. Second hit over. Points scored. Kenzie Scott. Woodsboro goes up 21-11. That one carries over. Leopards score. 21-12. Back to serve is Ana Segovia. Down by 9. Segovia starts it off with a knuckleball serve. Return back. Ball up near the net, played by Woodsboro. They'll attack right back at you. Segovia with a pass. Two players collide. Ball still over. Point scored for Kenedy. Heads up play there. See here, two players run into one another, but always there, keeping the ball in play. Here's a center set. Nice dig by Segovia. Free ball, but it carries in the net. Point scored for Woodsboro. They go at 22-13. Back to serve, Alexis James. We'll sign off really quick after this, as we have to head to the football stadium for a game that's scheduled to kick off at 7:30. Another point scored by Woodsboro. They're up double digits at 23-13. Next serve across. That one carries out of bounds. Woodsboro now one away. From winning the night. Short serve. Played by Segovia up near the net. Dug out of there. Ball over. Woodsboro looking for the win and the 3-game sweep. Kenzie Scott tips it over. Ball still alive. And Kenedy stays off a game point with that. Substitution in the game for Kenedy. Checking back in is Caden Llewellyn. Leopards have to play near perfect volleyball from here on. Down by 10, their opponent one away from capturing the win. Llewellyn will go with the jump serve. It's a good one. Return by Woodsboro. Back row. Free ball to work with for the Leopards. Still on the back row. 2 hits called. Game over. Woodsboro wins it 25-14 in game number 3. Welcome again to our post-game show. (25-14) our final score. Woodsboro with the win. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast here from Kenedy, our first of many, as we'll be covering their home games for all the athletes here at the Kenedy School District. For Woodsboro, we'll be covering them as well, and fortunately this time we had both teams in the mix that we're covering for the year. That's going to do it for the broadcast. Our player of the game will be Haley Allen, as Allen just kept rolling tonight for the Woodsboro Lady Eagles with her serves and her stellar play. We give her our Real Sports player of the game. That'll do it for now. We have to set up for football. Till next time, from Kenedy, so long.